What's going on, YouTube? Claic Yuzolt back again with another Final Fantasy Brave Exvius video, and in today's video we have huge updates coming out. We have a ton of stuff to talk about, including the EP system, the Enlightenment Point system, not as good as we thought it was going to be, a ton of new features added to the game quality of life, and some surprise unit awakenings, which are going to make a lot of people happy. Let's get into it. Before we get started with this video, I do need to say it is sponsored by First Summoner. First Summoner is a free-to-play, strategic-style RPG that just hit the App Store, where you guys are going to take control of some heroes and their summonlings and use them in high-octane, using your fingers. You can't idle this game. Use your big brains, RPG-style gameplay. You guys are going to have 4 different hero classes to choose from, including archers, mages, knights, and warriors, and with them, you guys can customize them through gaining equipment and upgrading it to make them stronger so you can win. PvE-wise, they have 150 different stages for you guys to play through. They get harder as you go through. They have Infinite Chaos, which is going to be an in-game dungeon with 12 floors for you guys to battle through, along with Snake's Battlefield. If you love PvP, you can build up a different deck and challenge it against other players in PvP. They're going to have a bunch of different seasonal events for you guys to go through as well. And as you can see with the top-down view, you get all the action, easy to see, and make sure you guys can strategize. If this interests you, please click the link in the description below to try out First Summoner today. Alright guys, so here we are in the news. There was a problem earlier on in the game with Elena's magic stat is being lowered. It wasn't working as intended. They have fixed this problem, so everybody's Elena should be back up to normal. Saw some posts on Reddit about it, so hopefully that is fixed and everybody's good to go. Next up, we have another issue report. After the maintenance, there was a following issue on the arena. There was no bonus displayed for bonus units this week. There was no news displayed when players clicked on the arena weekly ranking banner. They have fixed this and see no any more foreseen problems. So we're good. Or any more further problems. They probably don't foresee the problems. Looking over this list of things they have from the maintenance, latent abilities have been unlocked for various different units, collecting the Enlightenment Points. Ability chain information has been added to the chain families, which we'll look at that in a minute, which means that when you look at a unit, you can see what chaining family they have, so you can match them up and see how you can do when you do the chaining, which is absolutely insane. New tab special in the Vortex, that's where the short stories and the Room of Recollection can be found. That's amazing, because that means you don't have to go in the, it saves you some clicks and loading. If you want to watch some of the old past cutscenes from the Room of Recollection, you're going to be able to go do that through the Vortex now instead of having to actually load into the far plane. Upper cap of attack boost when armed with 2 one-handed weapons have been increased from 100 to 200. So the true dual wield cap has been raised for certain units. Upper cap of attack boost for true dual wield boost attack when armed with 2-handed weapons has been increased from 100 to 200. I guess they gave that to everybody that has true dual wield. So that's great. That's a new change, making true dual wield units even stronger, even more powerful. Eventually that was supposed to happen, and now I guess it's happening now. So that's great. Unit sorting party priority can be turned on and off. So remember how your party can be at the top? Well, if you don't like that, you can turn that off. I find myself sometimes getting lost with that, so I might be turning that off as well. Some bug fixes have been happening, so you guys can go through all these bug fixes if you'd like. Known issues, ability description for Masamune, Final Fantasy VII, with chain family details remains on screen when closing the detail window. So they know they're aware of that, and that needs to be fixed down the road. Moving on down the road, we're going to go through all of these news things, and then I'm going to talk about other stuff. All right, guys? We have a ton of stuff to go over today. Maintenance. So they just talk about added all this different stuff. You guys can go over this. Series boss battles in the game now, obviously. You guys can craft Esper ore, which is something new. We'll go over that. Ability awakenings for all of the original story cast members. So Awakened Rain, Power Glacier, Lastwell, we'll cover that as well. Bunch of new bundles. So we have optimized Xeno Beta Star casting animation during fired up and protection of the orders. Fixed Omnaharu Plus's missing accuracy bonus. Well, there you go, for those guys out there wanting Omnaharu to be fixed. Players may encounter a visual bug with the new story Season 2, Chapter 9.1. We are working on a fix now, and issues expected to resolve by the next maintenance. So we're going to have to wait until the next maintenance for that to be fixed. And we got 100 Lapis, which is, that's fine. I don't even know what the compensation was for. I just woke up. So yes, here it is, guys. Something a lot of people have been waiting for, and we knew it was coming with the anniversary. Or at least we thought it would be coming with the anniversary. The ability awakenings on the CG story units. We have Heavenly Technician Sid, Blossom Sage Sakura, we have CG Nickel, CG Jake, CG Lastwell, Awakened Rain, and CG Fina. So looking on down, I'm not going to cover all of these, essentially because I want to make a video detailing this out and talking about them. There are a lot of global exclusive changes in here. They actually make a lot of these units very, very good, and you have the whole side story thing. This doesn't even cover all the different units, obviously. you guys can look to do this. Apparently, Blossom Sage Chakra gets some Bolting Strike chaining added to her. Again, if you know, CG Nickel's going to come back and be really good. Lotus Mage Fiend is going to be a pretty good healing option. She was already one. She's going to be there for you. Essentially, it takes these units and just buffs them up in a way where they can start competing with the meta units, which is what we need for a lot of people out there who don't have a lot of the meta units. This is going to be your chance to be able to use these and be stronger. And, of course, we don't want the Final Fantasy units to be left out. So, I'm going to report now that I am on the Amazon version of the app. Again, we have passed that threshold where, you know, we shouldn't be able to go into battles. Emulator should be dead, you know, if everything would happen as it did before. But I'm here to show you and claim, at least with the Amazon version, that isn't so. But before the video ends, I am going to be going and looking into the iOS version on my phone, which should be fine because it's a phone iOS version. I'm going to check that, and then I'm also going to check, I'm going to pull up an Android version of the app via Emulator to see if that works. So first off, we're just going to go into battle. This is a way I can show you guys the chaining family changes, along with it just running on this emulator, which is, I was very scared. I know a lot of you guys were, I was too. So here it comes. We're going to load smoothly and not crash, right? Smoothly and not crash. Nice. Okay, well, there's a win right there. So if we go to Elena here, we can look at her abilities. You can see that it has BS chaining, disorder chaining, A-ray chaining, and then SR chaining. So you guys are going to be able to go in here and actually match them up. So it's like, okay, well, Blade of Crystal, what can I chain that with? Go over here. Blade of Crystal, BS chaining. Boom. So that way you guys don't have to be, they literally made up for everything they did when they said that non-official information. Now, again, they're not always perfect. They should be with the official information. We have seen some different things going wrong, but this is amazing, guys. There's a lot of reason not, like, it's slowly adding everything in the game that should have been there from the beginning. Quality of life changes have been insane these past few months. Great stuff here, and yeah. Elena's too powerful. But there you go, guys. Great change with that. Love it. We're going to go ahead and get through this right here, the victory screen. Next up on our list here to talk about, again, is the ability to be able to sort your units by base rarity. That has been added to the game, like a secret little change not a lot of people were aware of. You guys are going to be able to go in and now exchange, or excuse me, look at your party. You can turn off the party option, but then the biggest one for me, and you know, people will decide if they want to have that party at the top or not. The biggest one for me is being able to go in here, view your units, and sort by, let's see, party why can't I talk now? Prioritization of units currently in party. I suck at saying this. Sometimes I suck at saying words. You guys know that. You can turn that on and off. And then you can also, let's see, go to filter, base rarity right here, guys. So if I just want to look at 5-star bases, boom, I can see all my 5-star bases, and I guess it's done by tactics right now. That for me is incredible. It honestly helps me so much. I won't be missing out on certain units that I'm scared that you know what I mean? Like, let's say you have Merc Ramza, for example. You want to be working with your Merc Ramza. You have one at 5-star base, you have one at 6-star, and then you have another one you made 7-star, and you're trying to make an STMR, and you're sorting by, I don't know, you're sorting by 5-star. Well, now you can do about 5-star base. Same goes for 3-star, 4-star. You know, if you made one all the way up to 6-star, and you're trying to mix and match them and find them, this makes it easier to find them, which I really like. Latent abilities are going to be here for you guys to do. They're going to talk about it now with the Chamber of the Enlightenment. You're going to be able to click here and find the people that have latent abilities that you can awaken. You're going to be able to click on someone, it looks like, and then you're going to be able to unlock them. Again, a lot of these points cost quite a bit to be able to unlock. We can see 300 there. Let's go to 300. Let's see, Awaken Rain. 300. It looks like it's going to be 300 per, and even from there, I don't even know if you have to keep going up even higher. Looks like it's going to be 250,000 gil needed. And here's the problem with the latent abilities, guys. Here's the problem we're running into. Here's how, you know, it's going to be much different than JP, because in JP, once you beat the boss, you unlock everything, right? You're good to go. It seems like they've really time gated us when it comes to this stuff, because when you go in here and you do the free daily, you cannot even enter these without the keys. You do the free daily. The free daily is not giving you enough. It's barely giving you, you know, let's just go look. Let's go see how much it gives you. We'll just test it on this video. It might be a long video, but hey, we're testing out this patch. From what I'm getting reports, it's not giving you nearly enough. It will take you like an entire month to just unlock one skill, I think it was what people were reporting in. So we'll see how this works out for us. Yeah, it's just, oh wow, it's just a golden bomb. Bye. I wish the golden bomb just explode. I like when they do that. So yeah, that's a problem, right? Even clearing the main big boss, which we'll talk about, the series boss battle, which used to unlock all the abilities for all of the FFBE characters or that series characters, has been nerfed to where you can really only unlock one ability on one character when you use those keys. It's a problem. 150. So we got 150. So yeah, so as you saw, we got 150. It's going to take you guys close to 5K from what I'm seeing reports from other people. It's completely awaken one of these units all the way up to the skill being maxed out. Again, I don't know. I cannot confirm because I can't max somebody out right now. But if it does take that much, that is a lot of grinding. That's daily. Every day you need to make sure you're in here doing this. They've essentially turned it into like a grind thing. Like, at first I thought it was cool. But the fact that, like, it's going to take a lot longer to enhance these skills, have people get it done, even if they can beat the series boss battle, you can only unlock one skill fully. Essentially, you get enough after using a diamond key, you know, and all the keys you get from that. That just seems wrong. And seems like a little bit, you're stretching out the content a little bit too much there, Global. You've been really hitting it off really hard with all your changes. This one seems like it could be, you know, a dud. It needs to be revamped a little bit. It needs to be enhanced a little bit. Those are just my opinions right now. Maybe not. Maybe they're going to throw these keys at us like you wouldn't believe. We're going to get a key every event, and it's going to be easy to enhance everybody. But in the end, it still takes a lot longer than it did in JP. Because I think, in my opinion at least, you should get enough to be able to enhance all of the units. If in JP you beat the boss battle and all the units had their stuff unlocked. That's just what I'm saying with that. I do think this needs to be changed up a little bit. Speaking of the series boss battles, there is a new series boss battle for you guys to go fight. I'm assuming it's going to be in here. Chaotic Darkness. Here you guys go. That is sweet white all around it. You're going to be able to get a diamond key, it looks like, and a gold key from this fight. And again, that's just not going to be enough. You get 2 diamond keys, though. So, again, we'll have to wait and see exactly how they end up giving us the keys in the future, if they're going to be given out really a lot often. Maybe they'll put some in the daily you know, daily missions as well, so you guys can do your dailies and then maybe get some keys out of that as well. I don't know. But essentially, let me give you a lowdown on this boss real quick before we get out of here with the SSB boss. So, or series boss battle, not SSB, SBB. So Chaotic Darkness is going to be a fight where, again, you guys can use Final Fantasy Brave Exvius units to get stat boost. I am not saying I wouldn't recommend it, because obviously you can enhance these units now. Awakened Rain's still really good, but these are the things you're going to need for the fight in general. This boss will status element imperil you in the fight for all the status elements that it's going to do. That means you guys are going to need a ribbon or some kind of status element resist 100% outside of battle, and then you're going to buff that inside of battle as well to make sure you guys don't get any of those nasty status elements. Everybody on your team is going to need to be as close to 175% dark resist as they can, and then your magic tank is going to need 175 dark resist and 175 water resist if you want to mitigate all the damage that the boss can do with those elements, because it does imperil by 75%. Again, this is after buffs that you would put on. You need a single target provoke tank, and that single target provoke tank after 20% is going to have death cast on it, so you're going to want to make sure you have some death resist. This can be resisted, this death right here. You also want to be doing light damage to the boss. Strictly speaking, it has it actually has a imperil. It already has like a passive imperil to itself to light damage. On top of that, you seal some of its nasty abilities doing light damage. So overall, imbuing with Sylvie, taking Excalibur, any of those options will be great when you go in and fight this boss, because that's what you want to have happen. There is going to be a time when he is going to be casting a single target dispel, so maybe you want to innate provoke single target tank as it is, and when that happens, that is something you seal off, but it does end up happening anyway as you go through some of the thresholds throughout the fight. That's pretty much it, guys, for that fight. If you guys have 175% dark and 175% magic cover water tank as well, with both those, and your party having 175% dark, single target provoke tank, it's going to be a lot easier for you guys if you guys can reach those numbers. You're going to be doing pretty well with that. So moving on after the Chaotic Darkness, I'll have a guide for that later on in the thing. So Elena's going to be great for that, right? She's just the light chaining goddess right now. But again, you could take Esper, take somebody like Sylvie, imbue light, have somebody else outside light and peril, and then bada bing, bada boom, you're putting out the damage anyway. Looking down at the crafting, so we're going to head over to craft. You guys can now craft, let's see, I do believe it would be in items other. Yes. You guys can now craft Esper orbs. Okay, Esper orbs, excuse me. And Esper ores are going to be the thing where you guys can empower your Espers to be able to actually unlock more of their grid, give them more of the abilities that they want, things like that. And I've been holding on to all of mine because I didn't want to spend them on. I'm a hoarder with Espers. I don't even know what it is. I don't even level mine up. I literally spin in the game. I literally do everything in the game. For some reason, when it comes to Espers, I just don't do it. But to make one of these guys, and I'm going to start doing it now, because now in Global we have the option to make these with our relics. So you guys are going to be able to go in and make things with your relics. So now you guys probably should have been saving them up. You can see I don't have that many because, again, I'm not an exploration type of guy. If I have a unit locked inside of an exploration or a gear is locked away, I get so mad. Now I'm gonna have to start doing those explorations a little bit more. It gives us the reason to do them and not just make a bunch of adventure of 5s. So you guys are gonna be able to go in here and make as many as you want, as long as you have relics. So it's a great change, right? We're gonna be able to take all of our Espers and make them fully, like, we're not limited anymore. And it gives us a reason to be doing the explorations. I know you guys were probably doing them already. For me, it gives me even more of a reason to be in there and make sure I'm staying on top of that and make sure I'm getting that done. Other than that, guys, I think that's going to be it for this this update. Again, I didn't really go over too much about the ability awakenings on the Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. The heroes of the story. You guys can head over to special. This is where you're going to be able to go to the short stories and check out the check out their short stories, do this, get some extra abilities. You guys want to be doing this for all of the CG units to get some extra abilities here. And so maybe I was wrong about this. This is training the soul. I thought the Chamber of Recollection was actually this right here. Let me go take a look at that, guys. I thought maybe I'm even saying the word wrong. Dude, I'm telling you right now, I am tired. So if I'm saying anything that's weird or dumb, just let me know in the comments. I'm sorry. I'm doing the best I can. I'm kind of facing burnout right now, which sounds weird, guys. I know you guys don't want to hear, ooh, who is this? Okay, it's King Mog. You're old school, man. Another mustache Moogle? Don't mind if I do. What do you have for sale, bud? Item exchange. Oh, now here you guys go. Here's another thing, the STMR Moogle. So when we do get our 100 tickets for the STMR Moogle, this is where you guys are going to go to trade it in. And I don't know why I'm doing this like this, because we don't want to see the backside of this mustache Moogle guard captain. We want to see the front side and see how oh my gosh, look what I did. There it is. Look at that mustache. Amazing. Well, I'm glad I came in here. I got to see that. So that's where you guys are going to go when we do end up getting, everybody in the game will be getting a 100 tickets for an STMR. Then you take that STMR Moogle, feed it into one of your 7 stars, and you automatically get an STMR, which is pretty good. But anyway, like, I must be dumb because I thought they meant this. See this book over here? If you guys didn't know, yeah, this is, the Book of Recollection. It's not even in there. It said it was in there, didn't it? Hold on. So there's that. Home, yes. Yeah, dudes, it says new tab, special, in Vortex, short stories and Room of Recollection can be found here. Excuse me? Like, it said under special. Where? Where is it? I was so excited about this change. Well, I'm gonna have to tell somebody about this. You guys have it in yours? Let me know in the comments below if you can find it in here. Maybe it's like an Amazon thing. They really need to, when they do these big patches, there's obviously little bugs that we found so many already. Just let them know, send a ticket in, and we'll try to get that fixed up. So right now, what I want to go ahead and do, one thing I want to point out before we do head out and try to look at the Android version of the game to see if it works, is if you guys go to news and you go to the series boss battle, if you're wondering which units are going to be like buffed up in the fight, look, it even has all of the like holiday units in here that have to do with these main characters. So you know what I'm saying, if it's related to the main cast, they're going to get a bonus in here by 100% to stats. So you may be thinking about taking Awaken Rain in there instead of CG Charlotte just to mess around, you know what I mean? It's really going to be up to you guys when you go in there and do that, but that's something I wanted to point out. Now I'm going to load up the Android version of the game, and we're going to see if we can actually get into a fight on Emulator. Alright guys, so we're here on the Android version of the account. That's why all my lapis disappeared, and then we're going to go try to get into a battle. I am currently on Nox. I am on an Android 5 or above Nox version, which most of the time they come in at 5 anyway, so you should be fine. We're going to go just head into this battle and see if we can get in here. So we're going to click yes. And let's see if it crashes on me. All right, guys, so it looks like there's a problem with the Android-specific version of the app. iOS is working great for me. Amazon, as you saw on Emulator, is working great. So in my opinion, we have made it past the scare point of it not FFBE not being playable on emulators. There seems to be a problem with the Android version, but I don't think it pertains to like locking out all Android players from playing on Emulator. I think it more so pertains to there's something wrong with that version of the app. They're gonna have to go in and fix that because if you have the Amazon version working and the Android version isn't working, they're gonna fix that, right? Because the Amazon version and Android version, they're kind of one and the same. They both should be working on emulators. If one works on Emulator from FFBE, the other one should. So I know it's gonna suck for you guys out there that use the Android version instead of the Amazon version, but if you guys want to play on Emulator right now, you guys can download the Amazon version. It is working, or you can be waiting for a fix for them to implement coming out soon. Before we get out of this video, I know I've been keep saying before because there's a lot of stuff going on. I do want to get my first initial thoughts on Rivera. So if you guys are going to be pulling on her, I don't think she's good enough to be wasting lapis on. She has very niche uses. Looking over her kit, again, unofficial sources, data mined sources, it just isn't. Now, does she have her niche uses? Yes. she's not good enough to be spending Lapis on, in my opinion. Not with all these great other units. You don't even want to be spending I mean, unless you, I mean, for certain people she will be, right? For certain people she will be, but it's general overall thing, I can say without a doubt, she just isn't good enough for you guys to be spending Lapis on. And that's the last part I'm going to say about this video, because we've been talking forever. So if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and let me know if your Android version of the game isn't working as well. Mine did not on Nox Emulator, but hopefully they get that fixed soon. And then subscribe for future content. Thank you so much again, First Summoner, for sponsoring this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.